Morning and welcome back. The sun's out, Tucker's out of the van, which is a plus, and we've plenty to get on with. So let's have a wander through and see what we're on with. Good boy. Right, so we've got some cushions here for a lady that's having this leather replaced behind there. She's having a check fabric. I need to get on with this bar stool. We've got a lovely set of 10 balloon back dining chairs that have come into us for recovering only, as the upholstery is pretty good, so that's a straightforward job. The customers supplied their own fabric. We don't normally recommend doing that because we can't guarantee the fabric, so we'd always prefer to use our own fabric, but we're happy to do this anyway. We've got the tub chairs for the hospital. Again, I need to get on with them. There's this oak church chair, there's a cushion repair, and then there's this suite here that needs doing. The leather and fabric sofa that you've seen in the last video, my first job this morning is to cut the cushions. So as you can see there's the old cushions in the white leather. So they're going to be just for the templates, and the velvets are back here on the bench. So like I say, first thing this morning, first job is to put the kettle on and then get on with these, cutting these cushions. Whilst I'm cutting cushions, I'll do the other cushions that I've got to do as well, so they can all go over to the machinist at the same time. Okay. Right, as you can see over my shoulder just here, I've done one of the back cushions. You just seen me cut and sew that up. The cushion sits on top of the other cushion, so let me explain that a bit better. The seat cushion goes underneath this and this sits on top, so it's going to sit approximately that high, which is quite high for the cushion. Regarding it's got a low back, but I'm sure it'll be fine because that's how it was originally. So I can cut one more back cushion, and then unfortunately that's it for this suite as far as I can go, because I'm waiting for fabric and for the seat cushion fills to arrive. So then I'm going to crack on with another set of cushions for another customer, get them cut so I can get them over to the machinist. Right, so that's the cushions going over to the machinist for that sofa. So in the meantime, I've got a tub chair that I need to finish off so I can return the 4 of them to the hospital. So let's crack on with that. Right, as you can see, we're working on this tub chair, and you've just watched me cut and sew the inside back from a template we've got from an existing tub chair. So a couple of alterations along the way on the cutting, but now's the time to fit it to the back, and then we'll do the seat. These are a little bit of a handful to fit, a lot of stretching, a lot of manoeuvring, but they do fit generally without any further alterations. So here I'm folding the salvage over onto the top edge. It just means that the whole vinyl lays better and gives a better finish. Right, that's the worst bit, the actual physically getting the vinyl on and in position and getting the welt, like I said, on this top edge rather than on the face edge, because it creates lumps otherwise, and the same with the outside back, getting the welt to lay correctly. It's the little details like that that make a big difference to the finish. One of the hazards doing reupholstery is when you're stripping the furniture, you need to clean it up, because I'm putting my hand down tight gaps like this here blindly, so whoever's ripping up has to do a decent job to make sure there's no staples down there that are going to catch your hands, which I've just done on the other side, but I'll just remove them now before I do any further damage. Fortunately, I didn't cut myself this time. There you go. So that's the staples out of there that just tried to bite me. It's not just ripping the furniture up, you have to rip it up to a decent level to make your job easier further down the line. If I didn't do a decent job of ripping it up or miss staples like this, then it makes putting the top cover on more difficult. Right, a few temporary staples on this inside back, because I can't finish the inside back off fully because I've yet to put the seat in. The seat cover gets stapled off first, but we need the seat out to make life easier putting the inside back on. Right, there you have it. That's the inside back on with minimal staples holding it on. There must be 10 or so staples holding that on currently. It would all get pulled off eventually, but now to cut, sew and get back to you and fit the seat. Right, here we have it. The seat has been cut and sewn. Let's get it on the job. Again, I'm laying the cover onto the foam. I need to tuck it down the back edges, make some cuts so it goes past the rails, push it through to the underside, and then it's stapled off on the underside of the top chair on this particular chair. Just a quick one, albeit there is a template or a pattern for this top chair, because we've done them before when we used the original cover as a template. Wasn't 100% happy with the fit on the original one, so I've adjusted that so we have a better fit on the seat now. So, you know, we could have just done it as it was originally, but I felt that the fit wasn't quite good enough, so we've adjusted it to a point that I'm happy with it now. As always, I don't like to send anything out of here unless I'm happy with it myself. Would I have it in my house? If that's yes, then okay, that's fine. The customer's going to be happy. always happens. Run out of staples right when you've got a piece of fabric pulled just where you want it. Right, that's the front of the seat attached. It does need to have a border put through here, which you'll see me do shortly. But next it's to pull off the fly from the seat, visually check in that I'm happy with it on the other side, and that's the seat done. So that's the seat pulled off and attached. Now to release the inside back fly, which I stapled off earlier, just temporarily, and then pull that off, staple that over the seat here, and then that's the inside of the tub chair done. There you go, that's the inside of the tub chair done. We've got a nice seam around here which follows the contour of the back, which is what I've adjusted previously. because I wasn't happy with how it was done originally. So we've taken a little bit out of that just to make it a better fit. Now to cut a piece of vinyl and do the front border. Bit of cardboard back tacking strip so we get a nice clean straight edge. Now to finish stapling off the outside back, and then I'll turn it over and show you the job so far. Now I'll just put the bottom on, you don't need to see me do that, and fit the legs, and we'll show you what it looks like done. Right, there we have it, pretty much done. We're going to put a bottom cloth on it and some new legs. The legs that were on it, I'll try and find one so I can show you, were quite tall for this application, which meant when customers or residents were dragging the tub chairs across the floor, it vibrates the legs and snaps them, that causes damages to the joint. So we're going to be putting a slightly shorter, larger leg on them that reduces the risk of damage being caused from that. But I will get back to you when they're on and show you what I mean. Hopefully I can find a leg that I can pull out of a bin and show you what I mean about the different legs. Okay, so back shortly. Right, okay, so the bottom's on and 3 legs are attached. I managed to find one of the original legs to show you the difference. This is the original leg here, okay, so as you can see the ones we're going to put on are slightly shorter, but they're a lot larger. The surface area on the top is a lot bigger. This may look a bit more elegant, but practical uses, certainly in the situation these going into, the larger surface area on the back stops the legs from vibrating like these are going to do and cause damage to the frame and eventually damage the leg and fall off. These are a lot stronger, and I've no doubt you can probably get them in the same length, but the customer's happy enough to change them for these particular ones. So let's get this screwed on, turn the chair upside down, you can have a look at it. They simply screw onto a M8 T-nut. I'll show you what the T-nut is. This is a T-nut. It's a barbed insert that goes into the underside of the wood, or the top of the wood in this case because the chair's upside down, and the thread on the leg screws into the thread, and as it tightens it up it pulls these barbs. You already knocked it in at this point, by the way. It pulls these barbs tighter into the timber to create a pretty solid fixing. There are some variants of these where the T-nut or the nuts have a thread on themselves and they screw into the wood and then the nuts pulls in. I've never been particularly satisfied with them because they can pull out of the timber or work themselves loose. These are a lot more secure. The most secure thing would be to be able to get a nut on the reverse of it with a washer and tighten it up, but this is the next best thing for blind fixings where you cannot get your hand in to put a nut on the back of it. So there you have it. Just a bit of wipe down, get the dust off it with a damp cloth. So this is ready to go back to the customer now. A little bit of advice, albeit it's vinyl, it's wipeable with a damp cloth. We would not recommend using any harsh solvents on it. There are some vinyls that are out there that are treated and they're very durable, even some of them are bleach cleanable, but some of the modern cleanings where they need to be antibacterials for COVID and things like that have an alcohol content in them, and that will still damage the majority of the vinyls. So if possible, just a damp cloth with some soap on it to clean your vinyl. Same process with leather, very much the same. But with leather, don't put anything on the leather that you wouldn't put on your skin. It's as simple as that. We just use traditional saddle soap for cleaning leather. We find that's still the best product. Using all these magic potions with colorants and so on in them, the colorants are only really sitting on the surface, so they get rubbed off very quickly. So in my opinion, I don't tend to use those. I just use the more traditional methods and they work. Okay. So that's about it for this week. Sorry, it's a short one. We've been very busy and I've not really had the time to stop and start doing this for you this week, but we have done some content. I hope you enjoy the content. But once again, to remind you, we're not really about teaching you how to do upholstery. We're here to show you what goes on in the workshop during our general week's work. You may learn something along the way and find a little bit of information that's useful. I'm hoping that the cushions for the leather and velvet suite are going to be here today, and some other items, fingers crossed, so we'll be able to put that in the next video. So please, as always, like and subscribe. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. If you have any comments, please drop us a line. I'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, thanks again for watching. Cheerio.